Hello viewers, so I'm catching up today on another Forza 4 video. This is another video from the recent GamesCom show, so we can see a bit more here of the Nürburgring in action. Again, I'll be rounding up whatever videos I can get hold of for you guys, and hopefully soon I'll have a proper hands-on Forza 4. We still haven't had a hands-on yet, which is a great shame really. So turn 1 there, missing it there. Obviously this is the player's first time playing it, so you know, it's no real hassle to be perfect. First you want to get a feel for the car. We do see a bit of drifting in this video as well. Funny actually, people often have a go at me for talking about sliding and drifting, but you see in a term like Formula 1 you'd be talking about sliding the car because you don't want to, you know, your traction is at the king, whereas in drifting it's sort of a long controlled power slide if you like. So I often refer to it as sliding the car unless it's a proper drift, and here we do see some proper drifts as well, which is nice. So get a feel for it. We will be looking at a quick comparison, another video which certainly shows how it's moved forward. I mean, it's always subtle how these games develop, but you know, lighting, detail, textures, colours. It's great to see the detail here piling onto this track. I think I've mentioned before actually, I've never been an expert at this circuit. It's always one I've struggled with. It's funny, isn't it, how some circuits you can really get your head around and others you just can't seem to get a hang of. It's overdone there slightly overcooked. A bit too much on the brakes there, not enough power. Now, we don't have long till launch, do we? I mean, it is a shame actually. I was hoping to have at least had a hands-on preview for you guys by now, but they're keeping a lot of the game hidden really, which is quite a shame sometimes, because you know, you see nothing. You see about 5 tracks that they overuse to a point, and then suddenly the game comes out next week and they show 100 tracks all at the same time. And so it would have been nice to have seen perhaps a review of 1 track a week. Would have been handy. They could have done that for the last 3 months, and there could still be new tracks every day. And it'd be nice to see how everything's moved on, what other new circuits we're going to see in the game, and other new modes. There's still talk of some new announcements here and there. Talk of day-night transitions, all the rest of it, so we'll wait and see on all of that. But certainly here, always running at 60 frames. You know, I really appreciate it when games run at 60 frames like this. Obviously there's no game sound here, of course. You couldn't hear the TV at all. Just again the din of noise from the hall. We take our first lap. Lovely detail in the car, you know, you can see inside it, see all the bits and bobs there, really nice. So we move on to another video now, another one of these 3-screen videos. And again here we do have a bit of sound, so you'll hear a bit of that now. This is quite an entertaining video actually, there's some quite erratic wheel movement. So again, both these videos have been provided to us by DZS Game Fan, so a big thanks to Silvio for that. And, you know, this simulator is great fun, you know, nice big cars. Really is a great experience in the chair. You can see some proper chopping at the wheel there. Wow, look at that. Rally driving in action. Actually, when I first saw this, it kind of reminded me of, that used to be the name for Felipe Massa when he first came into Formula 1. He used to drive for Sauber, and he used to be like that at the wheel in pretty much every corner before he developed his style for F1. And he used to be sort of termed as the rally driver. You can see that there, proper erratic wheel movement. That doesn't make you go faster, it does slow you down, but it is fun to watch. I remember being very similar to that when I was driving some Sega Rally 2 or something like that. You could really get aggressive moving the car around, but it did actually give you a little bit more balance into some corners. It's always a tricky corner there. You've got to slow down more than you expect, and you've got another sort of fast acceleration zone here. See the player here using a racing line, which is always helpful when you don't know the circuit. But still going wide. You've got to keep an eye on it. Got to be prepared for it. I've watched all these videos, so I knew when I had a quick go myself pretty much what was coming from our mountain gameplay. Which if you haven't seen it, do check it out. It's a great driver there, showing the track how it's meant to be driven. Again, I had to bring you some more of that really, some quality driving and testing out the new wheels as well. So we'll keep you posted on all of that stuff nearer the time. We do hope to get some more detailed Forza coverage. Downhill section, I love this section here. You can see more erratic wheel movement here. Love this. Look at that. Chopping at the wheel. Lovely. Good fun to see. It's a really nice layout. Combines several ideas of circuits. But that downhill section is one I really like, the feeling of speed that generates. It's almost like a tunnel of trees. It's amazing actually, how much the additional side screens really do enhance the feeling of speed. Often, when I did the Dirt 3 Monte Carlo rally, you'll have seen the 3-screen iInfinity display using there, and it really did enhance feeling of speed massively. Would love one myself, and it would be great for the videos. Maybe one day we'll have one set up here. So on to the final lap of this section by the looks of it. And then we have a bit more of this mountain gameplay. I know we've seen it before, I know we're rinsing it, but if I get the videos I always like to show you guys and have a little chit chat about them. So a much better lap this time. See, a little bit smooth with the wheel on that section as well. That's what you need. Don't need to be moving the wheel all the time actually. The car is actually, one thing I did like is actually the car is actually quite stable in this version, so you're not needing to do that kind of wheel movement thing all the time. It can be nice and calm. That's a single motion. Always makes you a little bit quicker rather than moving around. Braking there. No, still missed the braking point. Past the damage cone, which is still there. Again, this uphill section is kind of like a roller coaster. You're going up to the top and then flying off. Nice. Love this section. And this section down here, you've got to brake harder than you expect to get the car in. Whereas the car can go wide. It does a much better job this time. I say brake. You can do a lift, control the power there. So yeah, it'd be nice to see more circuits at the moment. We've done this one to death now, and we would like to show you guys more, but until we get the opportunity, there's not really much to show. Again, this is just another view of that circuit I've been sent. This has been sent in by the Average Gamer from Nick and Debbie. Thank you to you both for this. And again, a bit more driving action, a bit more in-car action. I can't get enough of it at the moment though. I really do like the look of it. It's moved along a lot. I think lighting's always been a key thing, but when you look at Forza 2 to Forza 4, it shows how much they've had to catch up, dare I say it, with other rivals and with other games. Oh, bit of contact there at the start. AI being a bit aggressive. Ferrari, not easy to control with assists turned off. Assists turned on, pretty straightforward. Assists turned off and the car moves about a lot. You're really slow on the power. Again, I wish we had the sound for you, direct feed for you guys, but we don't have any sound on this one. The one thing about the Ferrari is it is just so quick, as you can see here. Nice. Ooh, onto the grass there. When I was playing it with assists turned off, actually it's an incredibly aggressive beast, and those will know, even in Forza 3, some cars when you turn off traction control, they can be a tad aggressive, easy to spin out. You have to be progressive and patient when getting on the power, otherwise you just lose balance in the car and stuff like that. Bit of outside car view action again here. Views off the mountain. Really nice to see these vistas and stuff now. It kind of makes you wonder what racing games of the future will look like on the next generation. I mean, already this is looking pretty fantastic. Imagine the next generation now. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing when we eventually see it. Though there's no idea when that's going to happen yet. There's always rumours. In a couple of years we'll have a new console out, but at the moment, with developers continuing to rinse out current hardware, wonder when that's going to happen. Nice over this bridge section again, and kind of one confusion actually was surprising on this game is how people are a little bit confused with use of the wireless wheel and do you need Connect for it, but you don't need Connect. You don't need Connect to play the game. You don't need the Connect for the wireless wheel. The wheel is simply a peripheral like a control pad. It's nothing to do with Connect at all. We see the driver spinning out here again. Might have taken a little bit of a knock there as well in there. One thing I do find lacking over a lot of games is the feeling of a windscreen being in place. So it does feel like just an empty hole sometimes rather than a windscreen in some of these cars. You know, there's no dirt in the corners or anything like that. It's there's no hue from the lighting coming through or anything. And sometimes I do feel that there's that kind of contained safety of the car that you just don't quite get in the game, which I think would be a nice touch. Something that I felt was very lacking in Forza 3 in cars. It felt like I was driving a car with no windows at all. You know, and it's something which they need to work on really there, but we'll wait and see until the final game comes out. As ever, it'd be nice to see some of the classic circuits and how they've been remodelled. Eagle Eye viewers will have seen some video of Road America hit the net last week, and again it's had a bit of spit and polish, make it look nice. Damaging the other car there. I look forward to trying this in some of the you know, the LMP cars and stuff like that, seeing how fast I can go around this section. It'll be fantastic online as well, much greater amounts of cars. There's only so much you can say about one circuit, honestly. So we come around now to the finishing line, and that concludes another Forza 4 video. If I have any more coverage, I will get it to you guys, and as ever, more from me soon.